Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm going to be showing you the games that allowed me to reach the top 1000 in the world in the Royal tournament. As you can see, I was able to reach 27 wins and ended up with 5 losses at the end. Looks like it's on my battle log, but I was able to finish number 621 global with this result, and I was able to reach 27 wins and 1 loss at my peak, which was a top 100 placement at the time. So I'm going to be showing you guys my games that got me there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get right into things. Alright, so we are continuing the global tournament grind today. I'm currently at 20 wins and 1 loss, which I did reach over the course of my last few videos. I've already posted quite a few videos on this tournament covering it. If you missed it, you can check my channel out for them. I'm playing 3.0 Xbow Cycle. I did play Queen Bow for the last 2 games, but otherwise I played all 3.0. Going to be continuing with 3.0 today with the Electro Spirit as well. And I did unfortunately lose out on my SK555 account at 24 wins, but on this account we are 20 and 1, really nice start, so hopefully I can get at least 25 wins in this video, if not more. But we found the first game against Diverses, and again, I am playing with the Electro Spirit today because I feel like it is going to be better in the meta. This is such a bait-heavy meta because Goblin Gang is kind of broken ever since they buffed it. We do see a Skarmy at the bridge first play. Interesting. Unfortunately, I don't have login cycle, so just going to go for archers, and he gives a well played. I guess I'll give it back. We do see a Baby Dragon as well, so Skarmy, Baby Dragon. I think this is going to be either Golem Clone or Lava Clone. Hopefully it's Lava Clone because that would be a lot easier to deal with, but just going to E-Spirit the back and see, and he does go for Lavahound, so going to go for an Xbow. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have tucked it on the inwards placement because now the Baby Dragon did splash it a few times, but it should still be fine. Knight does get responded to with the bats, so he's building up a huge kind of swarm already. Just going to fireball it off. Definitely going to be Lava Clone, so don't want him to have any big clone opportunities, and it's really good again that I have Electro Spirit in this matchup, because if I had Ice Spirit it would be a lot harder. Don't even think it would be my matchup if I had Ice Spirit, but I'm just going to go for archers. Knight to cut this Lumberjack far away, and I can just go for an E-Spirit here. E-Spirit is so good because, as you can see, it perfectly counters the cloned Lavahound, and looks like he did not actually do anything on my archers. I wonder if he has arrows or fireball, or if he just didn't want to use either of them. If he had arrows, he definitely should have used them there. But he looks to be kind of upset about that development, I guess. I'll take it, though. With this hand, I kind of want to go in, honestly, just waiting to see if he goes for a Lavahound. Yeah, perfect. Just going to Lava. I don't want to cycle Log, because if he goes Skarmy, I'd rather have a Log for it. And obviously, I can't cycle my Fireball or my Tesla. But that's going to be on tower again, and he is going to have to respond, otherwise I'm going to take his right side tower as well, and that's just going to be really bad for him. I guess he's just going to allow this to happen, just going to archers the back. Looks like he's setting up for a huge push, building up from the back. He does have Fireball in the deck, which makes sense. Fireball is worse than arrows against archers. Just going to Tesla. Notice how I sniped the Baby Dragon first, and I think he might clone all of this up. So have to get ready with my E-Spirit. Yep, he did. So going to go E-Spirit down low. Back to a new pair of archers already. And then I can just get a very nice Fireball off on the Lumberjack, Baby Dragon, and Bats. And that's going to be a flawless defense. So just going to go Knight to protect my archers. Both are alive, and we're pretty much... Yeah, it looks like he's going to give up. Just get Fireball my King Tower there. So, I mean, I'll take it. He might fake give up. Yeah, of course he does. Some people do, honestly, but it's only an Xbow, and I already had archers counter pushing, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to give him good luck, though, because if he wants to still win, like, it's not going to happen. And he actually just used both his ground cards, so I can actually Xbow this time, and even if he does fake give up, he cannot really stop this, so I'll take more crowns, because again, crowns are important in a global tournament setting, where the tiebreaker is determined by your amount of crowns, so I'll take it. Hopefully we can 3-crown him in time, actually. Maybe we can. Just going to play everything I have on the King Tower here. Let's see. And, okay, nice. Perfect. Last second we were able to get it, so I'll take it. Really nice win against Lava Clone. That's definitely a good matchup for me. Again, Electro Spirit is so clutch, and I feel like if I didn't have it, it would have just been so much harder in that match, so definitely glad about that. Alright, getting right into the next game against what looks to be a Chinese player. Gonna give him the good luck and see what's up here. Does give it back. Gonna cycle E-Spirit at the bridge. Always a really safe starting play, and usually they activate King off of it. which does help me find out what they have. Does go for a bar barrel instead, so looks like he actually... Okay, tombstone as well. Looks like it might be Splashyard. I'm just going to fireball off the tombstone. This could also be golem, tombstone, skeleton king, but I'm just going to hope that it's not, because that would really suck. We do see a baby dragon as well, which is kind of part of both decks, so still doesn't tell me too much. Just going to Tesla though, and I'm playing like it is Splashyard, just going to assume that it is, because it's way more common. I see quite a lot of Splashyard these days actually, which is a really good thing, because it's a really good matchup for 3.0, so that's one of the good things about this meta. Even though Xbow isn't amazing in the meta, there are still some meta decks that Xbow does do very well against, and yeah, Skeleton King as well. It's funny because this could still be the golem deck. There was one time I was playing against a deck like this, and I thought it was Splashyard, but it was actually golem, so I'm not gonna guess too early. But okay, Ice Wiz does kind of confirm it though. Gonna fireball off the Ice Wizard. Thankfully skeletons do hold it in place. I thought I missed the fireball for a second, but Knight will also force a response out. Bar Barrel does get wasted, which is really nice, and I already have a really nice early damage lead just because of the log cycle as well as the fireball, so pretty good stuff here. And I guess I'm just gonna get back to a Knight for this tombstone. I don't know, like, I like to go for high Teslas sometimes, but then I also need the Tesla against the baby dragon, so it's kind of a hard decision. But here I'm going to wait for the baby dragon to lock on to my Knight, and then go for a Tesla just to snipe it early, and this way it'll kind of force him to respond. Okay, he does go for Skeleton King, and I'm going to Xbow, and that was actually quite a misplay. I meant to Xbow with my Tesla. For some reason, my instinct was just to go same lane as a Skeleton King, which is obviously the wrong instinct, so that is actually kind of bad. But we can cut the Skeleton King into the Tesla and just log off all of these skeletons that are going to spawn from the ability. That's actually pretty much still going to be a perfect defense, so slight misplay there, but it's not the end of the world. And he does know what he's doing. He's going for these anti-fireball tombstone placements, which good Splashyard players always do, so well played to him. But I'm still going to fireball it off because I think it's always worth it to take it. And sometimes they don't give you fireball value with the Ice Wizard, so it can be worth it to fireball off the tombstone. Gonna Xbow because that Skeleton King actually isn't in Xbow range. Gonna fireball off the tombstone as well, and he does poison my right side, so I'm actually gonna fireball on the left. Nice that we also forced out the Ice Wiz because I was basically already letting my Xbow die, so I'm totally fine with that. And here's another scenario where E-Spirit is really good, just so helpful at cleaning up the Skeleton King ability, because it's just a lot more effective than Ice Spirit in that situation. I'm gonna fireball the tombstone once more. We do have a damage lead in both lanes, although obviously my opponent's probably going to be going in the right now that he got that poison damage on there earlier, so we're probably going to be primarily going in the left, but I'll see. It does go for Skeleton King as well, so gonna Xbow. Tesla should take care of the Skeleton King as well, which means I can kind of commit quite a lot to this. Gonna catch the bar barrel with my skeletons, pull the Skeleton King out of Xbow range with my Knight, and actually well played, he did get a tombstone down last second. That would have been like maybe 300 damage or so, but he's still actually not back to his Skeleton King because of how Champion Cycle works. So I'm just gonna Xbow Tesla the bridge, catch the bar barrel with my skeletons. Think I kind of messed it up, unfortunately. But we do still get a connection, which is nice. I could have gone Knight in front there to protect my Xbow even further. Maybe I should have done that, but it's still fine because we're still up 1,000 damage. It's not like that was kind of game-changing or anything, and now he kind of messed up. I guess he had to play a tombstone where my Knight would target it, but at the same time, that is just a free fireball for me, so I will take it. And gonna Tesla. Let's see if he goes Graveyard plus Poison here. I would actually really like him to. I'm just going to pre-cycle Archers, assuming he's going to Graveyard, and then Knight for the Baby Dragon and Skeleton King. He actually did mess up the NATO, which is perfect. Just going to log, get back to another pair of Archers if I need to. I think I do need to, just to be safe. Yeah, he has another Baby Dragon on the field as well. The one scary thing about this matchup is usually Baby Dragons, because they are very annoying for this deck to deal with. As you can see, I'm pretty much using Tesla against them most of the time. I'm just going to fireball this off and then get back to a Tesla for the Baby Dragon, because, I mean, Knight is okay at tanking for the Baby Dragon, but it doesn't hit back. And it can also be manipulated with, like, a Tornado or something. Gonna pre-fireball on whatever he plays. Looks like he did separate his Tombstone far away, which is fine, but he actually goes for a Graveyard. That's going to be a big misplay because he does not have anything for my Xbow right now. And if he goes for a Graveyard, Archers will fully counter it, unless he poisons as well. So that's why going for an Xbow when they go for a Graveyard is usually a really good thing. He gives a good game as well. I'll give him the well played and good luck, just to be a good sport. But yeah, Splashyard, really easy matchup, especially with the Skeleton King in there, and Electro Spirit. So that's going to be a flawless 22-1 start. Really nice stuff, 2 wins in a row. Alright, looking for the next game, and we did find it against what looks to be a Japanese player here. Gonna give my opponent the good luck and see what's up. So far we have a really nice lead, or not lead, but start to this global tournament, just 2 wins so far. So 22-1 looks very nice. We do see Wallbreakers, so Wallbreakers and Skeletons. This tells me it might be a really fast cycle deck, and that's a really bad sign if he has a big spell like Poison or Fireball. Just gonna go for a low Knight for this Dark Goblin. Okay, looks like the Dark Goblin spent a bit more time than I anticipated on the Archer, so unfortunately it's going to walk up later on, and Knight will not let it cross the bridge, so going to have to Tesla as well. Does go Valk, and looking like it might be a drill deck. I'm going to Xbow, just find out what he has, because I'm not really sure, plus Valk is out of cycle right now. He does actually go Wallbreakers plus Logs. I'm going to log the Wallbreakers off myself. Going to pre-Skeletons to predict whatever. Yeah, exactly. And then go Archers. Wow, looks like I actually timed the Archers perfectly right before the Dark Goblin retargeted. So that is pretty much going to be game. Because from what it looks like, he has Log and Snowball. I don't think he has a big spell. I'm going to E-Spirit just to tank that Skeleton, because I think it would have gotten like a 1 hit on my Xbow. So that's definitely worth the 1 elixir. Yeah, it looks like he is kind of just giving up, I guess, because I don't see why he would have gone bats like that out of nowhere. So I'm just going to assume he gave up and Xbow. He doesn't seem like that other guy who pretended to give up. He actually seems like, yeah, he does go Valk Wallbreakers, but the drill's like on his side. So I don't think he's actually really trying to make a comeback or anything. I'm just going to log to be safe. I mean, I took quite a lot of damage there. But yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be letting the Xbow get so much damage if he was trying to come back in this game. So I think maybe he's just trying to get 1 crown. If he goes for it again, I might let him get the crown, just because, again, crowns are helpful in global tournaments. Might as well if he's letting me get the 3 crown anyways. But let's see. Anyways, though, even if I do lose my left side tower, like, it doesn't matter, because assuming he does come back, right, and plays, it's not going to be bad at all. I'm just going to Tesla, I guess, to be safe. I don't want to choke this in any way, but it looks like he's going to give up, not going to try and take the crown. But worst case, if he did like come back and try and defend, his tower's already below 500 HP, so there was not really any threat whatsoever. But yeah, I'll give him the good luck as well. Wish him luck for the rest of his GT. I have to say it's kind of impressive playing with a deck like that. Very good matchup for me, so I'll take it. But yeah, that's just going to put me at 23-1. Alright, so I did actually just play a game on my main account, and I lost. Yeah, nice. Okay, I got the person I was trying to go for. I was trying to find this guy, Fat Cat. I don't know if it's the real one or not. Probably not Carpy, the best P.E.K.K.A player in the world, or at least he used to be, but he beat me when I was playing on my main account, so I was kind of upset because he also BM'd, which is fair enough, because, I mean, I have a good matchup, so I guess it kind of makes sense to BM, but I did want to get revenge, and I did find him on this account, so it's time. So just going to try and win this one. I do have Archers, and E-Spirit isn't perfect in this. Honestly, I'd much rather have Ice Spirit, but I'm playing with E-Spirit in general, so there was no real point in switching. But yeah, this is P.E.K.K.A Bridgespam, so that's why it kind of makes sense that he would BM after losing, or after winning against me on my other account, because I do have matchup with Xbow Cycle. But still, I do want to get my revenge. So just going to Knight for this ghost. Don't have to worry about any magic archers sniping my Knight anytime soon, because he just used it. And I'm going to play very passively, because the way I choked, I think the way I choked was mainly being too aggressive. Going to go archers for this E-Wiz just because my cycle's a bit awkward, and I had to play something anyways. Plus this does force a battle ram out, so I guess it's fine. Gonna Tesla and then Skeletons to protect my Tesla from the Bandit, as well as Fireball off the Magic Archer. Bandit actually gets a charge, which is kind of annoying. He actually gets quite a bit of damage. Gonna Knight, because I think he would get even more damage. He might actually Magic Archer this. No, actually he just used it, never mind. Gonna split Archers. Looks like he thought I was super low on Elixir, which is why he went Ghost at the bridge, but I was fine. And usually you want to go Knight for the Ghost, but if you don't, then the splitting Archers the way I did just now is a perfectly fine alternative, because it's just another really nice way to defend a Ghost. Gonna log this E-Wiz back, and it is unfortunate that we already took quite a bit of damage, but I'm pretty confident I can make it back. And I definitely don't want to lose twice in a row when I have matchup. That would be kind of embarrassing, but just gonna E-Spirit the bridge. Should force something out. Yeah, forces a ram out, so very nice. And then just gonna Knight up high in the right. I don't want to do it on the left, because I'd rather the Knight help out against these barbarians as well. That should be perfectly defended now, and I'm pretty much going to be fireballing off the Magic Archer every single time if I can, because I don't want to mess around at all with it. Does go for a zap. So I might actually Xbow. I think this archer should stay alive. Okay, wow, actually that looks like that zap actually kept my archer, or took my archers out. I didn't know that interaction, but guess I'll just reset with a Tesla. Knight for the bandit, and then gonna save my skeletons for this P.E.K.K.A, just stall it out even longer. And try and outcycle this P.E.K.K.A right here if I can. Gonna archers to snipe the magic archer. We've definitely outcycled this P.E.K.K.A, but the question is, do we have enough of advantage to press? And I'm gonna try and go in, hover my knight in case he tries to snipe it with a bandit. Let's go for the bandit. He is back to P.E.K.K.A though, so looks like he is actually holding on pretty well, but I'm back to my skeletons now, so I can stall this out a little bit. I don't want to fireball that. I think I want to go archers. I think it's a safer bet, and I can, if he doesn't respond to these, I can Xbow with the archers. Nice. So I have definitely outcycled his P.E.K.K.A big time now. This should be quite a good opportunity. Gonna knight the bridge. He actually messed up. Wow, goes ram at the bridge. I think he thought I was real low in elixir, or he just wanted to punish me, but nice. Gonna go archers because that bandit would be dashing everywhere otherwise, and just like that, we have made our damage back. So that's kind of how you want to play this matchup. You want to play really passively in single, I would say, because you're not going to break through unless they mess up. If they do mess up, then you can go in, but yeah, I'm really glad I have this early lead. I'm going to give him a bit of BM just because it'll be kind of embarrassing if I lose, but gonna P.E.K.K.A, or gonna Xbow opposite to the P.E.K.K.A now. Hover my knight once again for his bandit. And I think he's gonna go magic archer or bandit, so just gonna knight anyways. Does go for a ghost. Gonna log this ram back to make sure it doesn't charge onto my Xbow. Zap was forced out, and we got a lot of damage in the left. The only thing is if we can defend this now. So gonna knight to protect my Tesla. Get back to a second Tesla because this one's definitely dead. And then I do need to commit to the ghost, so gonna go archers up high, log this all back, and magic archer should be dead, so I can then go knight on the ghost pretty safely. And I think that's gonna fully defend, so that's actually perfect. We got a really nice sequence there, so that's pretty much how you want to play this matchup. And now I'm just gonna get ready to defend and triple. Should be pretty basic, you know, just anti-poison defensive Xbow, center Tesla, trying to protect my Tesla from the ram charges and bandits and magic archers, so fireballing off the magic archer again pretty much every single time. That is a very high value fireball he just got. And wow, he's actually back to a second P.E.K.K.A, so 2 P.E.K.K.As on the board right now. Gonna Tesla all the way to the side, because if I go in the middle, he might get like a P.E.K.K.A on it, and that would be kind of dicey. But I have 4 archers on the board right now, and there's not really anything he can do about it. Just gonna fireball the magic archer to be safe, and that is going to be game. So I'm gonna give him the global tourney emote. Looks like he's mad, so I'm gonna BM him, because why not? He BM'd me, even though I do have counter. I know that. I just feel like it, I guess. Sorry if you guys get offended by this, but I just kind of feel like it. But yeah, that's pretty much how you want to play that matchup. Pretty much start going aggressive in double once you have a pretty good opening, and then you just want to keep going in, letting your Xbows die and outcycling the P.E.K.K.A to the point where you have firmly outcycled it, and you can maybe press an advantage when it's like at least 2 cards out of cycle. I guess I'll show you guys my loss to him on my other account, because that was kind of embarrassing. But yeah, this is why I did go against him. Yeah, exactly. I lost to him here, as you can see, so I'm glad I was able to find him. Unfortunately, was my final loss. Again, I lost out. But yeah, I guess let's go and keep it going. Alright, so back on Legendary Pop, let's go for our 25th win, which should be perfect. Found it against a Russian player. Gonna give him the good luck, and yeah, 25-1 would be an unbelievably perfect start, so let's go for it. We do see a Goblin barrel right away. I noticed it was in the front, so just archers to counter, and then I can Xbow because I have archers counter pushing, and let's see, he does go for a rocket. We are gonna get some nice damage, but let's see if this is going to be classic Logbait. I don't know. Again, like I was saying, this is why I'm playing E-Spirit. Logbait is pretty much everywhere. Very popular, so gonna hover my skeletons in the middle in case he goes Princess at the bridge, and I guess I'm just going to play them now that we're both at 10. Does go Princess the back, but if he went at the bridge, you can see how that play would have covered it. Just going to fireball off the Princess, though. And this is looking like it's just going to be classic Logbait so far. Yeah, there's the gang, so newly buffed Goblin gang, 6 spear goblins, or rather 6 goblins overall, 3 spear goblins. Kind of crazy. Took out more than half of my knight's health on my own side of the map, and he actually has a dark prince in here too, so interesting. I guess it's not going to be classic Logbait then. Gonna log this off, get back to skeletons for the dark prince, and protect my archers. Actually does get a really nice prediction log off, I have to say, but my archers are still alive, so I'll take it. I could maybe Xbow with these, but I don't know what else he has. This type of deck, yeah, Bandit, I feel like he might have a cannon cart, so if he does, that's going to be really annoying. He also has a gang. and a bunch of other stuff that I might want to log. But I'm going to Xbow now. Let's find out if he has a cannon cart. Does go for a gang and Rascals. Yeah, makes sense. So I would have loved to log on the Rascals. I might have actually gotten a huge connection if I did. But unfortunately, I kind of had to log the gang anyway. So just going to E-Spirit chain onto the Rascal girls. And yeah, that should fully defend. The problem is now we don't have log for the princess or the barrel. So I'm going to try and navigate this with what I can. I think that's in the front again. Perfect. So I did catch it with a knight. So I feel like a big misplay some Logbait players make is making tricky barrels when log isn't in cycle, because if you catch the tricky barrel, then you pretty much just get a free defense without even needing to log. But just going to firewall the bandit off. I kind of want that damage, and I knew that 2 knight hits plus the fireball would take it out. Going to Xbow on defense now. I guess I do kind of have to log the Rascals, and let's see if he just rockets this Xbow. Looks like he might not. Gonna go for a knight for this gang, archer skeletons for the barrel, and that should perfectly defend, and Xbow should take out the princess as well. Let's go. So now I can definitely go for an Xbow. I have log in cycle, and I have 2 Xbows on the board, or rather I have my defensive Xbow still alive. It's gonna log right now, get back to a knight for this Xbow, and I think the Dark Prince isn't hitting the Xbow, so that's perfect. Gonna archers to predict his gang or whatever, and DPS it down as fast as possible. Unfortunately, kind of gets taken out. I didn't expect that, but just gonna Tesla for this princess. Is getting a little bit too much damage, and he does actually princess the bridge. Unfortunately didn't have much elixir there, so he kind of is back in the game. And that's what I was saying, which is pretty annoying about Logbait in general. When they princess the bridge, it's like it's very painful, because you either have to always predict it or just kind of suffer against it. And it's a really annoying thing for Xbow to deal with, because they don't really need princess against much of your deck. So it's usually the best play for them to princess at the bridge. Just gonna log this though. We should get a little bit of damage. I don't think we got anything, but gonna E-Spirit as well just to pressure. Looks like he does get a princess down, but we should still get a little bit of damage. Nice, we got 1 archer hit, so we are back in the damage lead once again. And I guess this is just going to be a non-cannon cart deck, because I feel like if he already had cannon cart, he definitely would have used it. So that is actually probably going to be good for me. I don't think I should be losing this then. Archer should take all of those out. Nice. Gonna go for a knight for the bandit, and then Xbow immediately. I have 1 archer still alive, and this should be okay. Yeah, we force the rocket out again, and we get the full Xbow damage on tower. So usually Xbow does get some damage after they rocket it, unless they tank for it, but sometimes they don't, so that's where you get a lot of damage. Gonna prediction Tesla on his princess, and it'll just kind of shut down the princess in general. Gonna fireball it off. I know I missed the tower, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going in the left anyways. And then gonna defensive Xbow. He might rocket my tower. Yeah, he does, because it is triple. I'm gonna fireball him back because I do need to keep up in the damage lead, but I'm also gonna go in pretty soon. And he actually messed up that Dark Prince. Nice. So gonna go for an Xbow after my knight walks up to make sure it's tanking. Gonna log these Rascals instantly. E-Spirit prediction on the Goblin gang. And then he has to rocket this. Yeah, he has to rocket. And then I can Xbow once again. So he does go for another barrel, but I'm back to log this time. Get a knight to predict whatever. And he's at least 2 away from his rocket right now, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna fireball off on the Rascals. Might hit a bandit as well. He does go princess the bridge, but nice, we actually do get the Xbow on tower. We're going to log the princess instantly, and actually didn't notice the game was already over. I thought there was still a bit of time left, but that's going to be game. So really, really nice stuff. Let's go. We got 25 wins. Perfect stuff against this interesting Logbait version. I think that should be my matchup. E-Spirit was really helpful against the Rascals on defense, against the Goblin gangs. But yeah, that's going to be 25 wins. Let's go. Really good stuff again. And really happy about it. So that was interesting. Definitely, I would say a bit easier than classic Logbait because the cycle was a bit slower, but Rascals are still pretty annoying to deal with, as is Bandit. Yeah, exactly. Him not having cannon cart really did help. I agree with that. That's another really big saving grace of that matchup. But yeah, interesting Logbait deck. Logbait is very popular these days, though, so that's why E-Spirit is, I feel like, better, at least right now. Fire Spirit could also be used, but I don't think it fits in 3.0 that well, because you do need the defensive abilities of the Ice or Electro Spirit. But overall, that's going to be 5 really nice games in a row, from 20 to 25 wins, so let's go. Alright, so I was thinking of ending my video there, but I feel like I should play a bit more. I mean, I'm 25-1, and I'm having so much success with 3.0, which is amazing to see, and getting actually decent matchups as well. Like, all of these are kind of my matchup, so stuff is looking amazing. So gonna keep it going, try and go even higher. I guess I'll stop when I get a loss or something, but we found the first game against a.k.a. Luminous. Gonna give him the good luck. Looks like he's gonna be a really good player, so just gonna E-Spirit the bridge. We do see bats, so this is going to be another useful situation where E-Spirit helps big time. Going to go archers for the miner, and then I think this might be mortar because bats plus miner, so I'm going to Xbow with these archers and see how he responds. Okay, does go for a Mega Knight, so it's actually going to be Mega Knight bait then with the Skeleton Barrel. This is another really popular deck. When I was saying Logbait was back, I was also talking about this because this deck has kind of been back in fashion as well. Gonna Knight for the Mega Knight, and then I think I have to E-Spirit for the Inferno Dragon charge. He does just let it go, though. He doesn't spam the bridge or anything, which I would kind of expect. Gonna go for archers. He actually goes for Spear Goblin, so I'm gonna go Xbow, because all he has right now is Goblin Gang, Skeleton Barrel, Bats, and Zap, I think. Like, his hand is really bad, so yeah, really good Xbow. He's not back to Mega Knight. Gonna log the Goblin Gang instantly. Looks like, okay, thankfully I hit all of them. Looks like he's gonna Mega Knight the bridge. I think he cycled back to it now. So we're gonna have to defend this. This is gonna be really tricky because I'm down like 5 elixir, but gonna try my best. Gonna Knight, gonna E-Spirit for the bats, and then Skeletons for the Mega Knight once it's locked onto my Knight on the other side. He does go for a zap, so I'm gonna go archers, and Mega Knight does walk instead of jump, perfect. So that's actually gonna be a flawless start to this game. Does go Skelly Barrel at the bridge, but I can just log it off, so that is, again, a perfect start to this game. We have his tower under 1000 HP, so I guess the first Xbow was very aggressive. I guess I'm just going to Knight to cycle back to my E-Spirit for this. Again, another situation, E-Spirit is so much more useful than Ice in a matchup like this, where Bats in that situation would have been impossible to hit all 5 with the Ice Spirit, so really good stuff. So I guess the first Xbow wasn't bad at all then, because even though he did get a Mega Knight down, I was able to outcycle his Mega Knight. And I'm just going to Fireball off the gang, take the damage, and just start my slow spell cycle, I guess. Gonna Tesla. Yep, I predicted the Skelly Barrel anyway, so I was fine going for it. Gonna catch the miner. Nice. Had a feeling it would be in the back because he had a bunch of stuff in the front, so it just kind of made sense to go in the back. We might take like 1 skeleton hit there, but it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to Fireball off the Inferno Dragon. This I might regret because now he's definitely going to Mega Knight in front. I do have to get back to another Knight, so I'm going to try and protect my archers if I can. Okay, unfortunately I wasn't able to, but I should still be fine. Just going to log off all of these skeletons. Back to a new pair of archers. Tesla does stay alive, which is perfect. And I can just get a nice E-Spirit chain on everything. Archers helping out, and that is still going to be another great defense. So this game is pretty much over. Just a really nice early lead, and I'm like low-key spell cycling him out on whatever he plays. Like I fireballed his gang, I fireballed his Inferno Dragon. I'm just gonna fireball this because the E-Spirit's too far out of cycle. It doesn't really matter. Gonna skeletons for the miner, and then if he zaps, I could maybe go in. Yeah, he does zap. Although I'm actually pretty low in elixir myself, but I guess it would probably make sense to play it safe. I could go in. I think he's not back to Mega Knight yet, but he's probably like 1 away, and I don't want to choke in any way. So he does go for Skelly Barrel. I'm just going to ignore all of it and Fireball Tower because that is my perfectly healthy tower. I don't care about that at all. I'm just going to go Skeletons, and that's all. Going to go Archers for the Miner, E-Spirit for this set of Bats, and then I'm back to another Fireball, and Log will do it. So that's going to be GG. Really nice win. Looks like he's upset. I'm just going to give him the GT emote back. Yeah, it looks like he's mad. I'll just say thanks, I guess. Just fun BM. But yeah, really nice win. Really nice matchup. That's going to put me at 26-1 now. Alright, so looking for the next game, 26-1 is an unbelievably good start. We found it against what looks to be a Japanese player, so going to give him the good luck. And let's see if we can go even higher. Going to E-Spirit the bridge. Start it out. It's pretty much always my go-to play. I feel like it's better than Log because, again, if Logbait is so popular in the meta, if you cycle a Log, it could be risky in case they are playing Logbait. We do see a Ghost, so Ghost plus Barb Barrel. This could be Royal Giant, could be 3 Musketeers. We'll have to see. Goes for Magic Archer. Could also be Bridgespam, I guess. I didn't think about that. No big spell Bridgespam. But we'll find out. He's going to have to respond to this Knight somehow. So let's see how he does it. Does actually just Tornado it. Okay, so I think this might actually be Drill then. Gonna Expo and find out what he has to be sure. Yeah, Giant Skeleton. Unfortunately, this is looking like Drill. It's going to be a really hard matchup, guys, because he's probably going to have Golden Knight in here as well. Gonna Skeletons and get a Knight down as early as I can. I do get the knight down, but unfortunately Ewiz is on my Xbow, gonna E-Spirit to try and retarget it onto the knight. And unfortunately that didn't really work out that well. I don't really want to log this. I think I have to take it just to conserve elixir, because I'm not that high on elixir right now, and also that's my healthier side tower, so I can afford to take it. But yeah, this is looking really bad. Drill is a really bad matchup when they have Giant Skeleton. He has Bar Barrel, which is going to be another good Xbow counter as well. Gonna Xbow right now and see if he also has a Cannon Cart, or yeah, Golden Knight is unfortunately a really good counter as well. Gonna split my archers, one to deal with the Ghost, one to deal with the Golden Knight. Gonna Skeletons to retarget the Golden Knight off of my Xbow. And unfortunately, he does get a Giant Skeleton down. If I was able to like catch him low in elixir, that would have been a lot of damage, but I guess he was able to afford it. This, though, might force another response out, and then I could maybe go in again. And I've outcycled his Giant Skeleton for sure this time. Okay, unfortunately, Knight is too low on HP. But I'm still going to go in, I guess, because we've outcycled the Giant Skeleton, outcycled the Golden Knight, and yeah, cycle is really bad right now. So goes Ewiz at the bridge, gonna Archers to DPS it down, Skeleton as well, gonna log this Magic Archer as soon as possible, Knight for the Golden Knight, and then he might respond even more if he doesn't win an Expo again. Expo is on tower though, so that's gonna be a nice little lock. Yeah, I don't think I can go in again because he's back to Giant Skeleton now and has enough elixir for sure. But still a very nice 500 damage lead after working for that lock. I guess I'm going to go in. Okay, wow, I'm surprised he went in on the left. I thought he would be trying to go same lane as me, which is why I switched it up and went in the left, because I thought he would be playing in the right. For some reason, he also goes in the left. But, okay, he does get a Golden Knight Tornado, so that's another reason this matchup is so bad, because they can just do that and get guaranteed dash value, especially if they line it up to your tower, so it's going to be a pain. Gonna go in though. I think we outcycled the Giant Skeleton, or at least I hope we did. Yeah, we did. So gonna Archers log the Ewiz back, and oh my god, we got a connection. So now I have to protect this with pretty much everything I have, because I'm never really gonna get another opportunity to get a lock like this again. So gonna Skeletons for the Ghost, and nice. He did have to commit a lot to that, and Tesla's putting in overtime right here against everything. That is just perfect. I think we are probably going to be able to win now because of that early connection. I guess it's not that early. It was pretty late in the match, but yeah. We did outcycle the Giant Skeleton once again, so might as well just pressure a bit. But yeah, I know he has Golden Knight, so I'm not expecting to break through or anything. I'm just trying to bait him out a little bit and pressure. Gonna log just in case. Okay, if he didn't play the Giant Skeleton, that would have been like 500 damage, so just kind of seeing if I can catch him off guard there. Really nice play that you can make with log at pretty much any time. Just gonna kite this into the Tesla and protect it, and it looks like he's gonna go for a Drill Ghost. I did predict the Drill, which is nice. I do have to get ready for the Magic Archer though. I think he might Magic Archer this at the bridge, right? He's probably cycling back to it, so gonna hover my Fireball. Okay, I guess he's not going for it. Maybe he used it. I don't even remember his cycle right now, but you always have to be careful because Drill is a really annoying card. The way it forces you to defend, if you go for a Knight, they can get a very nice Magic Archer lineup on you. So gonna log this all back. Really nice Skeletons to make sure the Golden Knight didn't dash onto my Archer. I'm gonna Expo. I have a surviving defensive Expo alive, so this should be very helpful. Gonna Tesla at the bridge as well. Archers and gonna Skeletons to catch the Bar Barrel. Now, yeah, unfortunately this is where it kind of all gets shut down because Golden Knight dash is so broken against Expo, but still gonna try and defend this. Gonna log the Drill first. Nice, we did get the perfect timing off. And then E-Spirit in case he goes Tornado. And then he's pressuring opposite. Gonna cycle back to my Fireball. Yeah, exactly, because I knew that was pretty much his only play left. And now there's no way he's gonna get this damage in time. I mean, he might go for like a weird Golden Knight Tornado, but there's 3 seconds left. It's really not happening. Somehow he actually did get the Tornado off, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, that's gonna be GG. Really nice win against a hard counter. I guess not as bad as it could be. If he had Cannon Cart, it would have been worse, but that is still a very bad matchup, and I'm really glad I was just able to pressure him really well and eventually outcycle his Giant Skeleton to the point where I got a nice connection. But that's going to be 27 wins and 1 loss. Flawless start. I'm going to check where I am in the world, actually. That's kind of crazy, though. Alright guys, and this is the end of the video now. I'm recording this long after I recorded that, where I'm editing this in post now, but yeah, unfortunately my global tournament did come to a close after that point. I was 27-1, which was top 100 in the world. I think it was rank 86 or so, I don't remember, but I'll put it on the screen right now. So top 100 is amazing, and I'm really happy about it, especially because I was playing with 3.0 for pretty much every match except for those 2 games. But I would have won those 2 with archers anyways, I think, against that drill player. But yeah, unfortunately after this, I went up against Morton. I'm sure you guys know who Morton is if you play this game quite a lot or watch competitive. He is in the top 5 players in the world right now, and pretty much always is. He was number 2 in CRL this year, lost to Muhammad Light. It's kind of crazy how he's always number 2, but obviously number 2 is still no small feat. He's an amazing player, streamer, content creator. So he was playing minor Wallbreakers, pretty much his signature deck. He had a new version without a big spell, so I don't know, I feel like it was still really hard looking back at that game. Like, I really tried to break through, and there was really no way I could break through, because Mighty Miner plus Cannon is just so good against Xbow, and then Goblin Gang is also so broken. His deck had the Goblin Gang in it, so it was just kind of hard, and he eventually just outdamaged me. Then I lost to Mega Knight Bait, which is definitely on me, because that is my matchup. I mean, you saw me win that just a couple of games ago, but I think I just was kind of rattled after the loss against Morton, so I kind of just lost that one. And then I just kind of got countered twice. I went up against, let me see, I think it was, yeah, I lost against 3 Musketeers Golden Knight Royal Hogs, which is a really bad matchup in my opinion. Like, maybe it's not super bad, but it's definitely not good either, because you can't really ever break through, especially if you try in single. You're just going to get punished. It's really dumb, even if they overcommit a lot, because Ice Golem, Heal Spirit, Ghost, plus Barb Barrel is just such a cheap 4-card cycle. And then they have Golden Knight, which is obviously very good against Xbow, as well as the fact that they have Royal Hogs. If you didn't have Royal Hogs, I would have been fine, but Royal Hogs make it so annoying to defend, because usually you want to pre-Tesla against them, but then if you pre-Tesla, they go 3 Musketeers all the way at the top and snipe your Tesla and just punish you, and it's really annoying. So I lost that one. That's a matchup where I either lose or win like 50% of the time, so I'd say it's probably like a 50-50 matchup, I guess, or maybe 60-40 for them. Either way, I really hate that matchup though. And then finally I went up against Logbait with Cannon Cart and Magic Archers. That was just really bad. So unfortunately, that was an end to my global tourney, but still top 100 at the time was amazing, and ultimately still another top 1000 finish. Doesn't really mean much on this account because I already have, I think, 15 to 20 top 1K global tourney finishes on this account, and the max is 10 for the badge, so I've had the badge max already for a long time now, but still very nice to get another finish. And yeah, I guess that's going to be it though, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, take care, and I will see you in the next one.